that's it. Check the dimensions of the treble. It's too big, it's non-standard, it's literally laughable.
Welcome to the Singha Grand Slam of Darts from the Civic Hall in Wolverhampton. I'm Dan Dawson for On The Wire, which features top predictions from top pundits like Marjorie.
Who's going to win?
Wayne
Mardle?
Yes.
He's good, isn't he?
He is good, yeah.
And just what does bring all the boys to the yard?
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Yeah, that'll be it. We're also looking over the action from 16 first-round games in the group stages from the opening day of the Singha Grand Slam of Darts. And to do that with me is Rod Harrington. Rod, we're going to start with the world champion MVG, scraping past Darren Webster 5-4. You can see the 104 checkout in the deciding leg there that just nicked it. Wasn't very impressive in terms of the stats, but he's winning games when he's not playing well, and that's ominous.
Well, that's exactly right, and that's what a world champion and world number one does. That's how he's got there. You can't always play brilliant. And Van Gerwen, like Taylor in his time, Priestley, you can go back to the Lows and the Bristows. What he does, he can grind a result out. And with that reputation, makes people miss. And that's what Darren Webster, did. He missed at crucial times. It may be just missing a treble 20 to set a shot up or missing the odd dart at a double. Got out of jail big time.
Well, it was a good afternoon for the Dutch, actually. We saw Vincent van der Voort, a 5-2 winner against Robert Thornton, and Raymond van Barneveld seeing off Robbie Green, held off a bit of a fight back from the BDO man there. And our man Dave Allen spoke to Barney after the match.
A great prospect tomorrow against Vincent van der Voort. Two Dutchmen. It'll be a quick game and one to watch.
Oh, Vincent played fantastic today. Robert, I saw that game while practicing. Robert hit a 161. Vincent hit a 127 and a 158. So I'm warned. He played awesome. Robert missed a couple of doubles, and yeah, well, if you keep players on pressure, So for tomorrow, I'm going to do it differently. Today was different. I don't like afternoon matches. Tomorrow's an afternoon match again, but I have to eat differently than today.
Well, there's some impressive stuff from Phil the Power Taylor as well. It was a whitewash win against Richie George, 5-0. Some very, very impressive stuff as well from the likes of Michael Smith, 104.9 average. Gary Anderson was good, James Wade. But the big shock we saw on day one, Rowby-John Rodriguez, 20-year-old Austrian ladder, a World Youth Championship finalist, seeing off the two-time world champ Adrian Lewis. Rod, you love a young player with potential.
Well, we started up the youth, and by the way, whoever started up the youth deserves a pat on the back, Dan, I have to say. But yeah, I mean, we need to have some future in this game, and by starting up the Youth World Championship, now the Youth Tour is bringing through the talent. And we had three young players in Smith, Keegan Brown and Roby. We've got loads of others coming through. Josh Payne, they're all brilliant young players, and they're going to start knocking the heels of these top professionals. But Adi, it was a typical Adi performance. Just goes up there, thinks it's going to happen, and it doesn't. And he just walks away and goes, well, that's the way it is. Tomorrow I'll turn up and thrash everybody. And I think Adi's accepted that in his own game. We talk about grinding results out. Adi does not know how to grind a result out. He thinks he's just going to flick the darts in all the time. He's a twice world champion, so who am I to question a double world champion?
Well, there you go. Rowby-John Rodriguez, a big shock on day one. The Grand Slam of Darts is well and truly underway, but in fact it kind of got going last night, and purely for journalistic reasons, I went to the pub to check it out.
Welcome to Wolverhampton, the Black Country, home of the pork scratching, of Noddy Holder from Slade, and the Singha Grand Slam of Darts. It's also the home of the Cleveland Arms, where we have a bit of a pre-Grand Slam party. Let's go and check it out. Bit airy with the bouncers, but I think we're okay. This is the Cleveland Arms, and this is the premier darts pub in Wolverhampton, ahead of the Singha Grand Slam. And this is the landlord. Will, is that mine? Lovely, lovely. And this is what it's all about. Follow me. We have a pre-Grand Slam party, and this right here, Wayne Mardle and Bob Anderson. That's a party.
former darts player. The dart is formerly known as Hawaii 501. And I know you have done plenty of research into Hawaii 501's opponent, Nigel.
I haven't got a clue who he is. I just know that he's from Willenhall, which is a nice seaside town in Wolverhampton.
When I play it on repeat until I fall asleep.
So this is the man they're all here to see here at the Cleveland Arms. It's Wayne Model. It's his exhibition along with Bob Anderson, of course. Wayne, they're not here to see you at the Grand Slam. They're here to see some proper darters at the Grand Slam. Who's going to win it?
Thanks for that. I'm going to go Michael van Gerwen. Boring, I know, but look, the man is winning majors for fun. It's not a done deal. Of course it's not. Is it open? God, yes.
Sometimes difficult to discern whether Mardle is actually still throwing practice darts or whether the match has started.
Here on the wild plains of Wolverhampton, the Serengeti of the West Midlands, we find wild beasts like the mighty lion and, of course, the silverback. Tony O'Shea.
I have to say it's nice to see the big screens in colour tonight, because when Wayne was at the top of his game, Rod, of course it was in black and white.
Marjorie, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. Marjorie, who's going to win?
Wayne.
Wayne Mardle?
Yes.
He's good, isn't he?
He is good, yeah.
Oh, he is good.
Very good.
There you go, Mardle the win.
Rolling back the years. In fact, judging by some of his darts, Nigel, it looks like he's been rolling back the beers.
Look, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be real ups and downs. There's going to be people that you're thinking they'll win the group. Well, they won't. It doesn't work that way. I think Michael van Gerwen's going to win the group and win it. Whether he will or not is a completely different story. Is he playing well enough? Yes, that's all I'm looking for.
Well, there you go. So Michael van Gerwen is going to win the group, according to Wayne Mardle. Of course, the people who think are going to win the group aren't going to win the group, according to Wayne Mardle. Pick the bones out of that one. I told you we get all the incisive punditry here on The Wire. I'm joined here by Neil Andrews from our betting partner 666bet for the tournament here, the Singha Grand Slam of Darts. We've got a load more games on Sunday, 16 more group games. It's the winners v winners, the losers v losers. Neil, you've just picked out a few of the highlights here. Just talk us through what odds you've got on them.
Well, of course, Adrian Lewis, very disappointing today, especially for our customers, because we did have a special offer. We were actually punting for Adrian Lewis to win the tournament at 12-1, and it would have been money back to everyone else on their losing outrights. And I think a few people are going to regret that one, let's put it that way. Very disappointing today, like I said. Tomorrow, very different day on Sunday. He should come back, should beat Brown, but you never know.
MVG, Hybrex, talk us through where we can earn some money here then.
Well, MVG, he's actually drifted a bit in the market for the outright after today's result. 4-11, it's probably a fair price. He's probably going to win it. He's probably going to win the group. Will he win it convincingly? Probably not. So I think the real value there will probably lie in the correct score. You might get a bit of value on 5-3, 5-4, possibly like today. He may come and surprise everyone and win 5-0.
And as you can see, very tight between Bunting and Anderson there. We've even got Dawson's double. So look, if you do want to back me, it's alliterative, so you know it's good. Bunting v Anderson, I think that's going to go long 7.5 legs over that. And Darren Webster, who he actually had a better average than MVG in his game by 4 or 5 points. A little bit unlucky not to win that one. I think he's probably going to do Jan Dekker. Difficult to say, but you'll get 5-4 if you follow me on that one. Anyway, we've got this far, and we haven't even introduced John McDonald yet. He's doing the Twitter takeover, and it's with Sammy and Daniela, our walk-on girls.
This is the Twitter takeover. I'm John McDonald, and I do believe I have the very best job in the world. Look who's joining me. These questions, girls, are to both of you, but I'll ask you first, Sammy. Which player smells best? And that's by Lee Oswald.
Paul Nicholson.
Paul Nicholson. And?
Smells the best.
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah, smells the best, as in. You smell nice.
I'm going to go with Robert Thornton. Because he's the thorn, and that's roses.
Oh, that's good, darling, yeah. The Rabster. The Rabster. That's the nickname. I hope so, anyway. It'd be a dreadful name for somebody. If it is your real name, I'm sure you've
offended him now.
I'm sure I've offended you, and I really do apologise. Anyway, where was we? What are both of your favourite venues?
Blackpool, because it's my hometown.
Very good answer.
My favourite's Minehead.
Hang on a second. What are your favourite songs to walk onto? Oh, your favourite. Oh, it's not your favourite song then. It's your favourite songs. Okay, got it. Start again.
It's what you want
Okay,
to
okay.
play as a player. They're my
Oh, I see.
favourite players
Oh, I
to
got
walk
it.
onto
So I'm miles away. I thought it would be what you would pick. All right. Okay. David Lavin's got a good one. What are your favourite songs to walk onto?
I'd say Michael Smith's Walk On Song, 'cause I love AC/DC.
And Daniela?
I like Peter Wright.
Danny Thompson has asked, what would your nickname be if you were a player?
Magic Marsh.
Magic Marsh. Yeah, well, we've all got the idea, yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're going to pull a rabbit out of a top hat or anything. And Daniela?
Well, there was a competition to pick me a name and someone picked The Natural and I quite like that.
All right, very good. Magic. No, sorry, that's you, isn't it?
I'm Magic.
Oh, yeah, of course you are, yeah. Samantha Q, what are your favourite flavoured milkshakes?
Vanilla. 'Cause my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge my milkshake. You get the idea.
Yeah, I've got no idea, I'm sorry.
The Twitter takeover there, you can of course get involved on that all the way through this week. Just check out the PDC Twitter feed. Rod, Sunday's action, just pick out your highlight. What's the thing to really look out for you?
Well, I mean, obviously the loser against loser, we're going to have some problems with that because the loser of the loser is going home, there's no question. I mean, we've got a great game in Van der Voort against Barneveld, two winners. I mean, they know each other, they travel with each other, they've known each other for a long time. That's going to be a toughie because when you've got two real close friends playing each other, that can be a problem. Barney has really got to focus. I know Van der Voort will, but Barney, it's a different case. But the game of the day probably for me is Bunting against Gary Anderson. I mean, Bunting played exceptionally well today, and Gary Anderson with that scoring power really has played well. I'm going to stick my neck out here, and I think that Gary Anderson will just edge it because I think he's just got that extra scoring power. But there's so many great games. I love this format, the short format, and the group system. I think absolutely works here.
Yeah, rat-tat-tat stuff. It is going to be an absolute belter of a day on Sunday here at the Singha Grand Slam of Darts. I think we've got just enough time to check with Wayne Mardle to see how today's show's gone.
Shocking.
Oh, cheers. Cheers, Wayne. Anyway, just time for me to thank Rod Harrington. Thank you very much for being here. We have been on the wire and we will be back from the Singha Grand Slam of Darts with all the action from Sunday's games.
Right, that's it. Check the dimensions of the treble. It's too big, it's non-standard, it's literally laughable.